And that's me. And that's me. And now everyone can hear me. Yay. Cool. Yes? Yay, we're connected. Okay, Facebook and Instagram. Hey guys. Hi everybody. How y'all doing? Whoop. I'm a little late today, a little tired, a little disoriented. It's been honestly an exhausting weekend for me due to some, just the state of being in my health and stuff like that. I'm just really, really tired. But I really loved our yesterday's episode of the Musician Today podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome, and you had awesome questions. And congratulations to the winner of my CD, Sean, who's actually one of my Patreon supporters. So thank you, Sean, for being so supportive of my music and my show and my career. I can't wait. I'm going to be shipping out actually tonight. Then someone told me there was a problem with the PayPal through my site, but I don't find one. I tried actually purchasing it myself and it worked well. So, hi Mary, how are you doing? So, yeah, if there's any technical issue that you need help with, please let me know, okay? Because I will be shipping out CDs tonight. And hopefully you'll get them soon. Of course, with the coronavirus, with the quarantine, just give it a couple extra weeks. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes longer. But otherwise, I'm really happy to ship it to you and let me know when you do get it because it's going to be exciting. And thank you guys so much for tuning in last night into my podcast. If you didn't get to be there, didn't get to watch it yet, the links or replays are right here in the description. Hey, Murray, how are you doing? Okay, I think I just said that, right? There you go. That's how you know I'm tired. I keep repeating myself. So, anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that we're all enjoying our weekend and playing the music we love. I got a request yesterday to play the Orange Blossom Special. So, I actually took the time to find some music for this and that I can play with. So I hope I do it justice. I've played it before, like last year or the year before. There was a request. I'm not sure which track I used for that. Right now, I just found something online. I can tell you even which channel it is. It's just Orange Blossom Special backing track with no fiddle by Red Desert Fiddle. Originally, it's Johnny Cash, I know, but I try to find one that actually works in the right key and everything. So, hey, Miri, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. To forget each other like nearly 3 years. I know. No, I mean, I forget if I said something and I keep repeating it. That's when you know I'm tired. So it's very important to take care of yourself, right? To when you are tired. I keep getting lots of messages. Hey, Adam, how are you doing? So I recently got a message from somebody and that actually spoke to me. There's a nice lady on our page. She said, I've always been compassionate. I think I posted something about being compassionate and, yeah, so that we're all kind of people understanding in each other. And she said that I've always been compassionate and it has brought me happiness, but what do I get to be happy? I was like, oh, okay. So look, guys, I don't want you to feel like you have to constantly give everything you have, all your energy to others because we can't be helpful to people when we are exhausted. Like right now, I was useless for half a day yesterday because I was so tired. So I just went to take a nap. And that's fine, right? We can't always be productive. We can't always be at our 100%. And oftentimes, especially with the quarantine that we're all home, we're all locked up in our routines, it gets exhausting. People like me, especially, who like to do stuff all the time. So, yeah, I just get myself way too crazy busy and I need to give myself one day off. So, I broke my crazy schedule last night and I didn't even do exercise. Well, that's okay because today I'm doing like a full hour, maybe even hour and a half because I'm going to be doing some extra stretching, some extra warming up. And that's okay. Listen, you guys, you can't always be helping others if you haven't built yourself up to be really well, right? So you can only help others when you are well and don't feel pressured to do something for everybody else if you are not okay. You have to take the day rest for yourself, right? So just a little something that came up that I thought was important to talk about. All right, let's talking. Let's get to that Orange Blossom Special, right? I'm just gonna click the track and then we're gonna try to match it, okay? Honestly, you guys, I only had one time to play through it before we go live because I had like zero time yesterday to practice this, but I hope I do my best. Woohoo! So let me stop this because it goes to my next YouTube song. I might do it back again at the end. This is kind of a warm up. There are a few notes I just can't see from where I'm standing right now. So. I watched Charlie Daniels play it yesterday. Thank you, Mireille. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try it again at the end of our show today. So, how are you doing, Fred? Actually, I did my anniversary episode of my show last night. It was a solo episode, but I named everybody, including you, and thanked all the guests who were on the show. So thank you guys for doing this. Just again, big, big, big thanks. I would not even dream of having people like that on my show. So it's amazing to me. We've had 45 episodes, 44, yeah. I think, including, if not counting my warm-up episode, that's 44. So thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping well during this lockdown, quarantine, staying safe. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff says, hi, Vera. I love the different styles you play. So gifted. Thank you so much. Well, I'm trained as a musician entertainer. So, like, I do whatever the audience want me to do. But I also have my own interests in what I like more. And we talked about this a little bit last night. So check out my episode on Musician Today podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, guys. You can find us on Spotify, Google Play, Castbox FM. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we're there, guaranteed. And probably Apple Podcasts makes sense. So go ahead, rate us there. Give us a little star review. Write a little comment. Say hi. Just tell me what next artist you would like me to interview. Now, my favorite thing to do is, of course, to interview electric violinists because I am about to get my own monster size 7-string Mark Wood Viper. And that should come at the end of summer, maybe beginning of fall. Given the quarantine and lockdown and slower delivery rates and every business being overwhelmed with different orders that take time to fulfill, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in the fall. So we made the order in November. So it takes anywhere between 8 months to a year for it to be made. So just, be patient with me, guys. Mark's working hard as it is, and I know he's trying to make it all happen on time. But knowing that, it might be delayed because of all the current situations. And yeah, we just got to be patient. But I can't wait to get it. Like, I would love so much to rock all of my new songs that I'm writing. I feel like this instrument's great, but it's not enough. Like, I need 7 strings. I need the 7 strings now. There's so many things I want to do with it. Yeah. So Always enjoy folk music from Eastern Europe. Yay, me too, Mary. Actually, you're in luck because my next album I am writing all based on Eastern European and Eastern styles, folk styles mixed with metal. So I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more obvious that I do have more metal elements in my music. Some people said they didn't notice them in the last album, that it was a bit more cinematic, and that's okay to me. But see, I listen to bands like Rammstein, and if you listen to their songs, like they are cinematic and lyrical and poetic, and they might be metal. Yeah, hey Fred, thanks so much for being on the show again. So just wanted to say thank you to all the producers, all the composers who are also my fellow brothers and sisters, and musicians, performing artists as well. So yeah, I listen to Rammstein. I love them, and if you look at it comparing to some other metal bands, they are fairly chill. They have songs that are crazy, but most of the album is usually very lyrical, very emotional, and yeah, and to me, that's such a beauty of this, that it could be both metal and incredibly lyrical and just vulnerable. So that's my goal with this album as well. No metal renditions are great. No metal renditions are great. Yeah, thank you, Mary. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're amazing. And I love to hear what people do with some of the famous songs and turn them into a metal track. Okay, meanwhile, let's see. So I'll come back to the Orange Blossom special. I hope the person who requested it has gotten a chance to watch it. Meanwhile, oh, we have quite a few songs. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so the second album I'm writing is gonna be all metal and based on the Eastern European, Ukrainian motifs. Actually, I'm taking some of the folk songs that I knew since I was a little, which is kind of what I think Till Lindemann does in his Rammstein songs. Like, if you listen to the lyrics, I understand German because I've spoken it since I was in grade 5. And if you listen to the lyrics, they're basically nursery rhymes. They're basically folk tales. And it's just so awesome. I love that. So it's so close to my heart. Yeah, I love Apocalyptica, of course. Yeah, so these songs I'm writing are gonna be actually part of my next album, which is gonna be called Obsidian. So we're going a little bit darker, but doesn't mean that we're losing color. We're still gonna be very colorful and happy, and there'll be lots of party stuff to it as well. But I want to bring out more the darker side in this, to show that it's not just an entertainment, but there is a deeper message. Yes, I love Ukrainian. I love the dances, love the awesome hapak round dances. Everything's just great. Okay, so speaking of that, why don't we? I wonder if I have vocals on this track. Oh, why don't we go over the Kolomika? Yeah, here's my latest Ukrainian edition. Here you go, guys. guys. Thank you. Ya Hatsara. I love your face so much. You get into it and enjoy yourself. Just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, why not, right? Okay, Mireille, thank you. Hey, William, thanks for watching. So this is an original song from my Iron Fiddle Saga album called Lemika, which in Ukrainian is a round dance. It's a happy, fun celebration, usually done at different, parties when people celebrate the harvesting season, the planting season, the whatever other season. So my people in the background are kind of a mix of shamanistic and pagan. So I love this shamanistic element in all the music that I remember from back home. And we do we worship our land, our earth, and thank the sun for giving us all the nourishment, right? So I used to even grow my own plants in my grandma's yard, so my own vegetables and fruit. So I remember that being really, really closely connected to the source of life, which is our earth, our fertile earth. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine, guys. So if you know, Ukrainian soil is still one of the most highly treasured, one of the most productive soils in the world. And historically, there used to be a lot of invasions trying to take over the territory because we're positioned in a very, very convenient spot. We have fertile soil, and we're right next by the Black Sea. So there's the Crimea, the peninsula, that there was like a conflict with Russia recently. They think they took it temporarily or something like that. I don't know, but basically that's where my home is. It's near there. So Ukraine has an entrance to the sea, and it's also very fertile land. That's why there's been so many invasions trying to take over our land. Which is why I'm kind of a, mixed Ukrainian. I'm not just, Slavic. I'm also a little Eastern, I think. Yeah, so hey Mireille, just imagine having flowers on your head when you do. Yes, that's what we actually did back home in my school. Every time we had like a celebration, we would make flower, what do you call those things you put on your head, like flower crowns? Yeah, we would make them ourselves. We'd have a class project to make those, decorate, and get ready for a show. Some of them are artificial that, if you're like a performer today, you probably use a fake one just to make sure it doesn't die for your next show. But yeah, traditionally people would pick flowers, and each flower has a meaning. It's not funny. I remember for sure that if you put a poppy seed in your flower, in your head, that means that somebody in your family has passed away recently and you're mourning. So that's like a sign of, and people just knew how to react. So they didn't have to see anything. They just saw it in your bouquet and they're like, okay, my condolences sort of thing. I also know a tradition where a young girl, when she comes of age, when she becomes a woman, mature enough, fertile woman, you tie a string around her waist just as a sign of sort of like acknowledging, it was a sign of pride, really. So the family would be happy that their daughter is maturing and growing up. So yeah, kind of like quinceañera, except, it's whenever you have your first period. My friend that died, I remember we went to see her at her village, and she would have a red string around her waist, and they have a celebration for her. So in my culture, that's a big celebration, which is why I think we don't suffer so much from distorted body image, or there's a lot of teen, what do you call it? Misconception about loving your body, or there's a lot of teenagers that suffer from depression, and because they're not sure. I think it's thankfully partially because of the culture that I grew up in, that we celebrate those milestones in our in our life. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of gotten really far, this discussion, but yeah, purpose, they have a meaning. And because people lived in a culture where they kind of knew these things, they didn't have to be discussed. They would just know based on what you're wearing that day. They knew what you were feeling. They knew what was the occasion. So that's pretty incredible. I've thought about this recently quite a bit. I'm like, that's funny how people could communicate without saying anything just because they shared so much in common, right? And hey, now I want to visit the Ukraine more. Oh, thank you, Mireille. Yeah, that'd be great. Just make sure you go with somebody who knows his way around so you don't get lost. We're very kind people. We're very welcoming people, definitely. And just having guests in our culture is a big deal. If you're a guest in my home, to in my family, if you come over, we're gonna feed you until you explode. That's definitely like, the guest rate is something that got passed on for generations. So we treat our guests really nice, and it's just part of the culture. It's just common sense. If you have visitors, it's a happy occasion. And we're supposed to give them all our best treatment, right? So, yeah. Okay. Oh, hello, George. I'm getting messages. I'm getting lots of messages. Well, that's great. Thank you, guys. So, thank you, everybody who joined me last night, too, for our anniversary podcast. If you guys didn't get to hear it, find the Musician Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify and Google Play. Just go to my website, virabermenke.com/podcast, and you'll find it. So listen to your replay, watch your video on YouTube. It's just me talking if you want to see that again. So, yes, and if you have any issues ordering CDs, please let me know. I'm looking into it. So far, I don't see anything wrong with PayPal. I do know that some banks are changing their policies, and they're adding extra security measures during quarantine just to prevent fraud, because, apparently lots of people try to prank or scam somebody during quarantine or something. So, yeah, just check with your bank. Maybe try to reconnect your PayPal account. If there's any trouble with it, go to your PayPal. Make sure that your settings are all good. I don't have any problem with it. I have one-touch PayPal activated. So wherever I go to any site, I just click. It goes directly to my information, and I just click confirm. So I haven't had any problem with that right now. If you guys are still having trouble ordering my CD, please let me know, okay? We can come up with an alternative. We can do e-transfer. We can do check. Like, I don't care what it is. It's fine. Whatever works for you. Just let me know, okay? I'll try to do my best and see if we can fix this. So it's not something on my end, not that I know of, because I tried to order my own CD and it worked. So, yeah, I hope that you guys work it out. If not, send me a message and we'll keep trying, all right? And it's so funny because, like, he understands some things that we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's see. What else do we have here? We have, I'm just gonna give it a listen. See if I'm singing on this. Okay, I'm not singing on this one. Good, because it's a concert track, because I want to play it for you guys. Here is Blackwater, and it was written to commemorate the iconic battle in Game of Thrones by the King's Landing in this water canal thing, and the giant chain they had, and everybody died. So basically, this is the song that got inspired by that. And my dedication was to Davos Seaworth for this one. So have a listen. Donald. Donald says, just love your attitude and how you're so friendly. Oh, thank you. Dennis says, magnificent. Thank you. This is a song called Blackwater because it's about the battle by Blackwater from Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, first book. It's the first book, if I'm correct. Yes. So I first read the books, then we watched the show. And some of the things you can hear in my last few songs on the album, the last two tracks, that was influenced by the show already. But the beginning of the whole thing was mostly the books. I'm glad you guys like it. Yay! Okay, George says, cool, awesome, magnificent. I really hope the person who requested the Orange Blossom special got to see it. Well, maybe I'll do it again next week. I don't know. So let me know if you got to hear it. And if you missed it, I did it at the beginning. So I might do it again next time. Now that I kind of see how it works. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So I'm so glad. So that's what I kind of want to reignite in my second album is this kind of folk, Ukrainian, but also metal texture so that you can see some of the light and darkness and the contrast with each other, but in the end, it all kind of works out, you know? So, yes, thank you guys so much. So actually, I would love to be sharing a bit more about my culture. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll tell you some more about my childhood experience, about the values I was taught when I was little, and kind of like, just who is this sexy supermodel? Okay, thank you, Robert. Thank you. And so just bringing back that spirit that, how do you say it? Spirit of freedom, spirit of unity through the music. I feel like people in my culture definitely are one of the most exemplary in terms of that because of all the fight that we've done for freedom already in the past centuries. So I feel like there's a lot of changes happening in today's world, and it's a good thing to tap into that kind of like human emotion and unite. Hi, you're doing quite well too. Thank you, guy. I'm okay. How are you doing? Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I think I have to go because I have to do some stuff still. I'll see you back on next week. And oh my God, I forgot to tell you about a little secret that we've come up with. So my producer, as you know, Jacob is also Ukrainian, and me. So we have come up with a series of shots, and we have created for you something really cool that I hope will sort of give you a little insight into the magical, mystique world of our Iron Fiddle saga. And we've created a 2020 calendar featuring all the images that we took from the photo shoots of this past year while we were working on music videos for the album. So you should be getting a notification soon, a post coming out on Facebook that takes you to my shop where you can purchase yours. Now, this is a very special piece and it's expensive. It's a luxury item. It's pretty heavy too. So like once you have it for good. It's one of those things that you can it's going to stay safe because it's made of durable paper with a protective screen that is damage proof and waterproof. So you guys can drink coffee on top of it and it will be fine. But if you purchase yours, we will be printing them on demand only. I do not have a copy with me because obviously I haven't seen Jacob since quarantine started. But it's something that we've created together while communicating remotely. And you guys, I hope you enjoy it. If you'd like more detail and maybe a unique link just sent to you, let me know. I can send it to you so you can get your copy today as well. There's also a package I'm going to publish later where you can get my CD and a calendar together, and then you get a little bit of discount, but it's still pretty significant investment. So $120 for a calendar by itself, $150 for calendar and a CD together. But because you ship it all together, the shipping will cost you probably less. So yes, let me know how I can help. If you'd like your copy, I'll be so happy to ship it to you. I'm shipping a lot of stuff today, so let me know, guys, okay? Thanks. Thank you, Robert. COVID-19 proof. Yes, COVID-19 proof because it's waterproof, so you can sanitize it. You can take a sponge, you can wash it, and you can hang it on your wall. Easy, right? You know how paper sometimes collects those bacteria and viruses? Yeah, you can literally spray it and So yeah, it's a very durable safety paper. So I hope you enjoy that. Thank you guys. Have a great week. If you have any questions, let me know. Hope you worked it out with the purchase link to my album. If you still have trouble, let me know, okay? Can't wait. See you next week. Saturday, we have a new guest. We have an amazing electric violinist who's an international artist traveling, playing for cruise ships. Ellie Lee next Saturday. So tune in for the next podcast. I'm going to continue bringing more people your way. So thank you. Have a great week. See you then. Bye. Oop. Thank you.